Do I have to press the dirt button? Do I have to press the dirt button now? Oh, it's muted. Oh, I forgot to press one stinking button. Of all the little things I have to do to get set up the stream, I forgot to press one button. Well, I thanked people who put bananas in chat. And then I thanked BDPB2K for subscribing. Thank you ever so much, peeps. I've been looking forward to doing this stream all day. Originally, I was going to stream way earlier in the day, and then doing this, doing that, going over here, going over there. Plans change, delays. Oh, now I'm finally around to it. I feel knackered. Well, not knackered. Just feel like I'm in a bit of a lull, perhaps is the word. I don't know. Anyway, I've got a plan, and we're gonna play here together, and we're gonna build. Let me just move this. I could have swore I just like moved that. We're gonna build a base, my friends. A base. I think we're gonna need some of those as well. That's right. We're building a base. A tower. A thing. An object. I am definitely. I'm definitely a little bit, you know, worn out from the day. I can feel it. I can just feel myself like too relaxed. We got noises in the ear from Hummel, Amaface, Rocco9, Megayan Mega, Broody Waffle, Starwall, It's Bollen Cheeks, BJ Alkahu, Waggical Gale, Tortor for 9 months, and Dirty Monty for 4 months. Thank you everyone so much for your support. I appreciate it. Did you get Mumbo's iron package, says 911. I did indeed get his wonderful iron package. It was a beautiful gift from the Mumbo. That's it, we're base building. See, look, I'm putting down blocks. And we're done. No. There's more. Oh, look, there's more. Yeah, I've got a plan. I've been figuring something out in creative mode. Not on this server. No, I mean on my test world. Don't accuse me of cheating. That's just rude. That is just rude. I don't have any like temporary blocks set up for jumping in and out of this bit, really. Just have to use these vines over here, I guess. So I have a picture that I can refer to while we do this. So I'm just going to go check it. We're adding an additional groove of 1. Now I wish I had have thought about this a little bit more. But I think I remember the numbers. It doesn't have to be exact though. Kind of looks like a little bit longer than I thought it would be. Yeah, let's go double check this then. So you have 1, 2, then this, and then right. I know what I'm doing. Just figuring out the numbers and where the bits and bobs go, you know. Does he read chat? Says Cran KK3. No, I don't read chat at all. I never read it. You know, I don't know what questions you're asking me. Jeez, who are you even? We got Infinite Unavi. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. Lil Dish Soap. Free Phase for 27 months. Syntax Error 37 for 37 months. Check that out right there. Getting those numbers on point. I like it. We've also got Echo Art for 12 months. Goldie Face in chat right there. Saying, several years watching, love what you do, hope you are well. I'm good, thanks for asking, dude. Armitroniner and Opalakata have subscribed with Amazon Prime. We've got Humbly B here for 31 months in a row. Sally Ann 123 for 52 months. Goodness me. 52 months saying, loving season 7. Thanks for all the great content, X. Have a great stream. Thank you ever so much for the support, Sally Ann. Learn Forever is here with a donation saying, hey, X, can you tell me the Hermitcraft server specs? I don't remember them off by heart, so unfortunately I can't really do that. When we brought it, it was one of the best you could get for single-threaded performance, which is what you need for Minecraft. And it was an Intel. That's about all I remember, really. Lots of RAM, obviously. Hopefully that's helpful to you. You know, if you're looking for your own one to set up, that's the thing you want. Single-threaded server performance. The CPU that can do that job is the one that you want. So, you know, there's a lot of hype around AMD and stuff like that at the moment, but, you know, I don't know if their single-threaded performance is any better. That's what Minecraft uses. Okay, so now we're going to put another ring on it, but this ring's going to be slightly different. It's going to be 3 blocks out like so. And I guess that means like this. Oh, yes it does. Yes, it does. Thank you for the donation, dude. Keno Jimenez is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. We got Tyler1974 for 7 months. C8 Sun for 6. David Jimenez. And Vanilla Screwdriver. And Lizzie Best for 35 months. Incredible. Thank you ever so much, Lizzie. We also got Tortor gifting subs to Andrigo1, KJ Carlo, Lady Maggie, Tink Block, and Evol91. Tortor, thank you ever so much for gifting subs to peeps here in our community. Appreciate you doing that. Very kind of you to do so. And if you heard your name being read out loud, you now got the emotes. We've got FlossyFlow99 for 5 months saying, hey X, looking forward to this stream. Listening alongside writing the last bit of my 3rd year dissertation. Don't know why I said it like that. Hope you have a good day. I had a great day. Had a great day. Did a bit of shopping. Brought some stuff to chuck in the freezer. Oh yes, I did. Now, obviously, there's a lot to talk about with things going on in the world today. I think we'll have a chat about it a little later on. You know, as more people get here, I've got some things to say on the matter. You know, there will be talky topics today. Believe me. Brendan says, first time watching your stream, been watching you on YouTube for a while. Well, welcome over to the stream, dude. As you'll find out, things are a little different over here. It's more casual, it's more on the fly. And it's not edited. Clearly not edited. Jeez. When's the face reveal, says Eldon HD. Oh, you must have missed it. We did a face reveal years ago on the 2nd channel. It's like the most popular video over there. You know? And it looks like people already want to talk about it. I was just thinking, it's what everyone's talking about at the moment, right? And maybe sometimes you want to come somewhere and not talk about it. I don't know. I found myself getting a little bit exhausted today, just trying to take it all in and find out the latest on what's going on, listening to this expert, that expert. It's like I'm getting some sort of fatigue for it. Best face reveal ever, says Sighty. You'd be surprised how many people have told me that, okay? Or maybe you wouldn't, because it was the best ever, you know? It was pretty obvious. Exhausted says, hello, you can turn it into a pun if you want to. We got CJ Gibbons, 88, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Blind Nicknamer is here for 19 months saying, hey X, my school got put on break for a few weeks because of coronavirus, so now I have lots more free time to watch your streams and vids. I'm also getting back into actually playing Minecraft with my friends. Yeah, I'm hoping to stream a little bit more, since there are, you know, people now around to watch. It'd be a good time, really, to do some more streaming, I guess. Have more of you over here enjoying the experience with me. I guess we're going to probably be talking about it a lot, so let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Yeah, here's my main thoughts about what's going on at the moment, right? I'm from the UK, so we have a different strategy to other countries, it feels like. It's a little bit annoying trying to get like a full sense of what the government is trying to do, because our major news sources just seem to want to condense and bite-size everything. And, you know, even the Prime Minister's speech can't seem to grab it on YouTube unless someone's edited down to like 2 minutes, and so I can't quite get the full picture of what it is we're trying to do. But there are different approaches to dealing with viruses, right? And I think we're sort of caught in the middle. We're not sure if we want to go with herd immunity or not, is what it looks like to me. Right, please tell me I got more of that white concrete, because no one wants to see me make white concrete on stream. Oh, the heavens be blessed. The heavens be blessed. No, wait, don't the heavens bless us? I forgot. So right, anyway, this virus is happening, okay? It's going global, it's spreading everywhere. There's a lot of fear around it, fear and panic. My personal fears are more about things like supply chains and economics. That's where I think things could really get hurt if lots of our systems start to take a tumble and a hit. Obviously, there is the human aspect that is very sad, that we're going to lose people that we love in the process. Mainly older people, it seems like, are the most vulnerable, and those with pre-existing conditions. Now, how you choose to deal with the outbreak is interesting. It seems like you can go for a sort of lockdown approach where it's about minimizing contact and then having the virus finish spreading, right? Like you stop it in its tracks. And I think the UK isn't doing that. The UK is going for the herd immunity approach, which is the idea that you actually let people get infected, and then as the majority of people who will get over it like it's a normal flu and it won't be a big deal, they will then be able to be immune to it, right? So once you're over it, you no longer pass it on. And so if you can get enough people to have got the virus and gotten over it, then it doesn't spread that way. Yeah, so those seem to be the two strategies at play in the world. I need to refer to my picture again. Right, yeah, the next bit's actually really quite simple. Just got to start placing some of these blocks now. So they're going to go like a so. Let's actually just build up a little bit here. I should have started placing it from where I am, actually, because now I've got to break that. Hold on, me. So, you know, I'm going for a more of an isolationist approach. Like, it's very easy for me to isolate. But if our country is going for herd immunity, then maybe it's better to get it as someone who's probably not going to have a problem with it, right? I'm young, I'm fit and healthy, and my immune system's in good shape. It's... do you have the stupid panic buying, says Aaron Hurt. Yeah, where I live, we're out of toilet paper, we're out of hand sanitizer. I personally need to use hand sanitizer because my skin on my hands gets all cracked up and itchy if I use soap. And it's kind of ironic. I usually have, like, I'm someone who's got a cupboard full of hand sanitizers, and I stopped buying them because they stopped doing the brands that I like, and I was waiting for them to restock, and now I can't actually get any. But when it comes to panic buying, I haven't, like, I don't know what the threshold for describing it as panic buying is, but I have brought food to put in the cupboard. Now, what I usually do is buy food and all of it's gone like in 3 or 4 days, right? I don't actually have a lot of food lying around that lasts very long. I've got a few things in the freezer. I tend to prefer just buying what I need as I go along, so I don't have stuff stocked up like other people might. So what I have done is just brought a couple of bags of pasta, porridge, some tin stuff, and just chucked it in the fridge. And there's enough there for like a month or two if worse comes to worse for me. I don't know if that counts as panic buying or not, and I understand like that panic buying can be bad. I don't feel like I've gone out there and like tried to buy as much as I can. I've just brought a reasonable amount of stuff, and now I'm like, you know, prepared for the worst if I get it and whatnot. I've got food in the house, so I don't have to go out. This does not seem like slow mode lull, says why YouTube mad bro? That's because there's lots of people talking, right? Turn the music off, X, it's too loud, says Irene. It is at the same volume. We have had it at for a very long time. I picked this volume because it seems to has the most balanced response, where people like it at this volume. Oh, am I doing this bit right here? Let me just double check my design. I am, yeah, this is actually fine what we're doing. Okay, just to a point. Glad I thought about that for a second there. Oh, literally to that point. So there is where this becomes bone blocks, and the bone blocks will be recessed in. This is probably like a small detail no one will ever notice, but yeah. Reknix says, am I the only one who really hates the Minecraft soundtrack? I mean, I couldn't have read a more disappointing comment. The Minecraft music is so stunning and beautiful. We're not actually listening to the Minecraft soundtrack right now, by the way. But Minecraft's music I mean, what were the odds of not only having, you know, a brilliant, unique soundtrack to go along with the game, it stands on its own 2 feet as just being something really unique and wonderful. Yeah, it's kind of like if it, you know, if I'd have found that music, if it existed without this game, it would be the kind of thing I'd listen to and be like, this is stunning. What is this place this person has created, you know? I'm trying to get this, like, in the right spot here. So it's here that it needs to go down. Speaking of volume levels here on the stream, I have adjusted the sound of noises in my ear. It sounds like one of them is still quite loud. I had a few people saying that the streams were just bogged down with these loud noises because there were so many of them. So I went in and adjusted them. All the ones that are coming through right now sound really loud. Dude, you have a strong bow. Uh-oh. No, get away. That guy's got some crazy kickback. Do I have my wings? Whew. Okay, we cheesed it. Where's my bed? There it is. We absolutely cheesed that one. With a knockback bow like that, it's pretty tricky to take him on with a sword. Your thoughts on the new Legacy services, Arak? So I saw Slice Lime started a series called Legacy, and I just thought, is that a thing, or has he just called his series Legacy? What is the Legacy server then? Cat Dragon, there you go. I'm pressing tab for you. You can see who's online. Stalker. Oh, I'm joking. I'm joking. Sergeant Lewis, glad to have you with us today. No responses to what Legacy is at the moment. That's cool. Maybe someone will explain sooner or later. We are so far behind on the noises. Wow. Let's see. 5 Blue Magpies here for 3 months. Coffee Whizzer. Wanted. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. BG Monster X1 fan 5 months. We got Lego Dude 17 for 5. Mega Man 4074. Spangleboo for 32 months. Hayden Ramsey here with Cheers and Bits saying, my family is getting tested for the virus as we speak. We are quarantined in our house the next week. Dude, wishing you all the best. Obviously, I hope you don't have it, but if you do, staying quarantined is the way. I hope you all get through it, you know. Then we got a donation from The Geek Online saying, my uni's been closed for the foreseeable future because of COVID-19. Been spending the time off building a giant rocket ship and boarding crane on my survival world. That is cool, dude. I will pass something on to you that I was listening to these teachers talk about it. About, you know, if we shut down the schools, they're saying it's going to be a disadvantage for students that then don't go and proactively teach themselves, and it will end up being an advantage for the students that choose to use revision material and whatnot and do that. So bear in mind, like, yeah, you've been given time off, but you know, your studies, you still got to do your studies and try and come out ahead, you know. I think that applies more to, you know, teenagers, high school. What do you call it over here? What do they call it over? Secondary school. God. Should know. I went to one. Jeez. Okay. So as you can see, we're building a new shape. Now I've got to check this shape before I wreck this shape. Come on, you gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay. Oh, don't fall in the hole, X. Oh, X, why are you falling in the hole? Why I gotta talk to myself like that? Why am I talking to myself in the third piece? In the person? The third person? Oh, jeez. Oh, give me a microphone. It won't take me long to sound like a douche. I'll tell you, it don't take long at all. Right. I'm using the vines to get back up. And we're back up. Thank you for the donation, dude. We got Windows Tech 21. It's Jordan Does for 4 months. Karma Rides. DT King 20. Jamie 12s for 11 months saying, I don't usually send messages, but I think it's important to remind people that if you're not a medical expert. Oh, that I'm not. Yeah, very good. I don't think medical experts are advising people to catch the virus. There's currently no evidence you'll be immune after recovering. Well, that is interesting, my friend, because I got that from a medical expert, someone in our government who has a very professional sounding title. Oh, information, right? Like, I'm not trying to spread disinformation. I'm very aware that there are just always a massive amount of opinions and debate over facts and what to do and what not. You know, I've been listening to various scientific sources as well, you know, podcasts with people in the know, and kind of feels like all of them are, you know, saying different things. Sometimes that's just the nature of language and conversation that things go that way. Yeah, I'm not a medical expert. What I am trying to do is relay onto you some of the things I've been hearing and, you know, using my own thoughts and whatnot to try and see what seems fair to say, right? I obviously can't advise anyone here what to do. I think you should just take your government's advice, right? Like, we could sit and debate about what's the right or wrong way to deal with something, but sometimes one of the most important things, and I could be wrong in this situation, but is to stick together and to do things together. If everyone sticks to the same strategy, then the strategy has a better chance of playing out the way it is intended to be. People kind of go, no, I'm not doing that because, you know, it's not the way we should do it. And then you have people not sticking to the same strategy. It can make the one strategy you're trying ineffective. And the reason you might be debating if the strategy is right or wrong could be over small details. Sometimes it works like that, you know. This reminds me of, like, where I've come onto YouTube, I've constantly sort of been in sort of like leadership roles. You know, working with people working for me, being parts of a team. Being the YouTuber guy, I often end up being the one making some decisions, and I've often seen that a lot of the time, first of all, it's about actually making a decision and then sticking to it. I've been in situations where I've been unable to stick to a plan and then you just see it fall apart. I don't know if it's truly applicable, but there you go. That, my friends, is a warm cup of tea. I should have drunk this about 5 minutes ago, you know. Alpha John says, almost all medical experts have no idea what they're talking about with COVID-19 from my experience. How would you know they have no idea what they're talking about, though? If they're medical experts, what would you have to be to know that they have no idea what they're talking about? You know? You know, I'd rather hear contradicting opinions and be aware that they're all medical experts. You know, they're giving out different sorts of advice based on what they know about. I wouldn't then say they don't know what they're talking about. Lol, some rando thinks they know better than medical experts, says Space Cadet. I tried to word it a little nicer than that, but that's sort of the point, right? Like, we need to check our own ignorance more often, right? So if you're taking anything I'm saying as if, hey, I'm the guy in the know, I'm always just trying to present it to you in a way where it's like, this is what I think, this is why, do what you want with it. Pick it apart, reason against it. I'm not trying to say, oh wait, I didn't craft. I'm not trying to say I'm right. You know, I'm a person. I'm allowed to have an opinion, and I've thought things through. Maybe not thought them through enough, but not trying to tell you I'm the expert. That's for sure. Right. Is there a crafting bench here? There is. Dyes is what we're after. We need some of these, some of those. Some of these and some of those, please. Thank you very much. And, oh, threw some on the ground. Crazy Eyes says, it's airborne, what about making air filters to kill it? Think about how much air there is and then how many filters you'd need. Not practical. practical at all. Yeah. One of the things about it being airborne is that lots of people are using the medical, surgical things that go around your mouth, you know, little masks. And they actually, like, you know, entirely ineffective at preventing... Didn't I fish out? Yeah, I fished out one of these for this. They're entirely useless at preventing you getting it because you're sucking in air through the gaps when you breathe. But if you've got it, you breathe out onto the cloth, and that's supposed to help. So all these people going around nabbing up these medical things when they don't have it, the people that have it need those. That's probably one of those panic buying downfalls right there, that we create shortages of supplies for the people who need it the most. Something you've got to remember about, you know, buying all the toilet paper and supplies from the shops, right? Nightingale says, I personally don't agree with our UK's government strategy. It appears to be more focused on keeping the economy going. I didn't get to read the rest of that message. What I would say is, like, appreciate the effectiveness of working together to make something happening. And also, I really do think you have to consider the economy. I know the human cost always feels like the most important thing, but if you don't consider the economy, then you might oversee how an economic disaster could end up having an even bigger human cost, right? Like, there's a lot of concern about healthcare systems becoming overrun by the coronavirus. It's sort of similar to that, you know. You've got to consider that keeping the economy turning, keeping supply chains moving so that food can get to people. If we totally disregarded our supply chains and our economy, we might cut food supplies, and, you know, like, all of a sudden there's no food in the shops. And that could cause absolute chaos. I'm not saying that's what would happen. I don't really know. That just seems to be the theory behind that reasoning, right? That the economy is also a factor that should definitely be considered. Keeping money, the money flowing into the pockets of the corrupt people, you mean, says Rare Adelon. No, I don't mean that at all. I think if you have a viewpoint like that, you know, that it's all about money all the time and all about the rich and the wealthy, you might kind of pigeonhole yourself into a particular way of seeing the world. And it's a way I used to see the world, and as I got older I kind of realised it's not really the full picture, you know. Greed is a factor, it's a big factor, you know, it's a thing that we all have as humans. Greed is an element, something that we have among us, but to treat it as if it's the sole defining force of what makes parts of the world turn, it's a bit short-sighted. You know, and to play up the coronavirus to some sort of rich versus poor thing doesn't make a lot of sense, because a virus can't define who's rich and poor, right? Like, it's not going to be biased about who it infects even. Okay, judging from my picture that I have, my reference material. Oh god, this hole. The next bit starts just around here. Let me try and determine. Okay, yeah, glad I double checked that. It actually starts right around that block there, and I think it would probably be wise actually to get rid of some of this foliage. Okay, now it's going to go around like that, and I don't know how much of what we got going on here I really want to carve out of the way. And I need to get some numbers here as well. It kind of looks like a 2 first of all. Yeah, it's definitely a 2. Do I want to change any of this? I think I do. I think I want to make it like a 5. Yeah, there's no reason I can't change my ideas on the fly, right? We'll make it a 3. Because we've got this landmass right in front of us, it means that, like, some terraforming might be needed, and that's kind of something I didn't actually want to do. But we'll get a little bit. We don't have to, like, rush through this as well, do we? I'll read some noises in the ear while the leaves decay from here, and then we'll crack on. Are we in between 2 scenes of an episode, says T-Chill. Yeah, but by 2 scenes, like, what, a 30-second intro? Because I was like, I'm going to do this. Shieldcat says in the US it's definitely a rich versus poor thing. Well, I didn't get to read all that message out on loud, but you certainly articulated something better there than just saying it's about evil, corrupt things. This is another thing as well. I think being articulate is really important. Rather than speaking sometimes in like these sentiments, oh, it's the corrupt, evil people at the top. Like, let's get a little bit more specific and analytic. It makes it easier to understand things. Someone's pointed out that you'll be disadvantaged if you're poor compared to being rich in these crises because being rich gives you access to the healthcare, right? But that's not conspiratorial. That makes sense. If you've got more money, things are always cheaper, right? Like if there's a recession, there ain't one for the rich. There's just a recession for the poor, the working class. What would you rather have? Half of a tenner or half of a grand? You know, it answers itself, that question. Unless there's some sort of cheeky catch in my question, which there isn't. Right, since we've got land directly in the way over here, I think I'm going to go with 3 instead. I've seen the building already because I've designed some stuff in creative, right? So if it looks good with 2, maybe just don't push it. Also, is 2 then 1 then 2 again? Let me double check. 2, 1, 2, it is. Alright, noises in the ear. And where did we get up to? We got up to Jamie Twells, right? Yes, thank you for your resubscription. We got McCoy1414. We got Flogo. Can I tab to the right screen? There we go. We got Flogo for 36 months. Goodness me. Araxius. Mason the Boss OG. Teep Flanze. Name is fine. SQ Wes. Arcono 2000, all subscribing, thank you ever so much. We've got Bots 007 with a donation saying you don't have to read this out loud. Dude, I am so humbled for you to say that to me. I appreciate it ever so much. And glad to have you with us, dude. Appreciate your kind words there. Thank you for the donation as well. Appreciate the support. We also got Legend Red 01 saying first stream I got to watch. Love your streams and videos. And Legacy is like Hermitcraft or Minecraft just to serve with a few people. Ah, okay, got ya. Yeah, you know, that's not really going to pull me in these days. I've watched so many of that, you know, Minecraft, and I watch Hermitcraft. But of course, wish them the best for what they're doing. It's always fun to play in a group, right? Legacy is also a really cool name, I think, for a server. It's got a nice vibe, that name. We also got, thank you for the donation again, and thank you for the answer. Horsepeg for 2 months. X Shaggy has gifted a sub to Dogie Master 66J. Thank you so much for doing that, dude. Eric J 2505 has subscribed to Amazon Prime, and Lobber Less. And we are caught up on the noises in the air. Thank you very much for all your support, peeps. It's always appreciated. The next one is 5. I wonder if it would look better as 7, you know. Nah. Let me double check. Nah. Or would it? Oh, I hate like double thinking numbers and stuff. I can't help but feel it might look a little bit better if I. Let's go for it. Let's make it a 7. You know, big and bold and ambitious is the idea, right? We're gonna make this next block a 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll see it all come together over the course of the stream. What we're doing here, you know, just getting the basic of the shape in. And transforming the terrain. On here, on the inside, doesn't matter if we rip stuff out, but on the outside, we want to be a little more careful. Crazy Swayze likes the UI. Vanilla Tweaks is the name of the resource pack. It is a pack picker, meaning you get to choose what you want to add to it. I've made a mistake here. I've made a mistake. So it's 7 from there. 7. Then we have 2, then we have 1, and then we have 2 over there. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, whoopsie. Okay, let's get rid of some of these leaves, get rid of the log. Are you going to be for the whole season, says Berg. I was thinking about this earlier. I think I might change when 1.16 comes out, right? Then it's no longer the update of the bee. And, you know, I love the bee, but I've got to get back to my usual self at some point, right? Can't do this forever, surely not. Or maybe, you know? Maybe! Oh! Oh! Maybe I was born with it. Like that advert. Oh, God. Oh, God. These jokes are terrible. Why did I tune in? We got a noise in the ear from Callum Fight for 31 months. Callum, thank you ever so much, dude. Appreciate it. We also got Sash01 for 3 months saying watch the vids for a while now. Jumping on the streams. Awesome. Glad to have you with us. And hey, Hawang Cuz has subscribed to Amazon Prime. Appreciate it, dude. Why don't you use a shear for the leaves? You know, I keep thinking that, and I think the reason I didn't, little guy dead, is because I didn't really have a replenishable, fancy words, source of iron. But now I do, so why not? Also, it means I get to collect leaves for when we, you know, refurbish like we did over here in the future. Because we've got a lot of that to do. We got 2 tuna. It's Megomad and Pope Grail. All subscribe with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much, peeps. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream today. Pocket Penguin says, my school has closed for over a month. To pass the time, I decided to start catching up in my channel. Any tips for videos? Yeah, for making them? You know. You always got to be more specific with me and asking for advice. The more specific, the more I can help. You know what I would say, if you're off of school and you've got all this free time, don't waste it. You know, like, try and make the most of it as well. Maybe try and learn a new skill or hobby, or pick something up. Do something you've been putting off, you know, use the time effectively. Because, you know, because why not? Makes sense to make use of your time, doesn't it? Jeez, I don't know. This is what I'd do. If it was like, right, you can't do YouTube for a month, I'd be like, well, I'm going to redecorate my house. And that's actually what I did, so kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, look at what's going on here, right? Like, I want to kind of rip up the front a little bit just so we can see what's going on here. But I'm going to have to revive my plan a little bit. Revise, even. I did have some bone blocks under here that I planned on being visible, but they're not going to be. And I remembered what I want to do on the other side, so I think we'll leave it like that for the moment, and we'll see where we get with the other side next. Also, will these hurry up and decay already? Jeez. Let's knock that one out. Okay, I don't know what's going to be on this side of the building, I confess. I haven't quite figured that out yet. Let's go down and build that bit next, or go over there. So, like this, it comes out by 3 blocks. I haven't missed anything here, have I? Nope. Also, I think I might have built the roof wrong. Where did I put my bed? It's in my inventory. I feel so disorganized at this minute. I fell in that stupid little hole again! Oh, it's making me angry. Jim Bob Jelly Time has subscribed to Amazon Prime, so is a Zombie MC for 11 months. Thank you ever so much, peeps. Appreciating your support as always. Right. They have limited non-fresh food to 2p per person in Morrison and Lidl, says Patrick Riley. Non-fresh food. I was talking to my mate earlier who was saying that, I can't remember what shop it is they went to, but everyone had ransacked all the like long-term stuff but left all the fresh produce there, which, I mean, it kind of makes sense because you're not buying for today, right? But that fresh produce, that's all the healthy stuff. That's all the keep yourself fit and healthy and your immune system in good shape. That food is. Non-perishable. Yes, that's right. And they probably should do. It probably makes sense. Like I said, you know, I stocked up a bit, and it's because I didn't have any to begin with, right? Like, I don't know if that's why people are buying. it does seem a bit unfair, but like if people have already got loads and they're buying, that's the problem, right? Because you've already got some, is the idea. The shears! Yes, we made the shears and then we won't use them. It's how it works over here, right? You gotta learn, you gotta learn. This is what's gonna happen. Man, look at the ocelots hanging out over here. Okay, right, I need to remind myself of a thing or two as we build this bit up. I got a feeling I've done this wrong here. I have done it wrong, haven't I? Yes, I have, but that's fine. Not in a big, crazy, big way. We can fix this. Oh, I fell off of it. Oh, hello. Where have you come from, eh? The jungle's supposed to be nice and peaceful. Well, the way to get back up there is like this. Flying high, up in the sky. Don't ask why. Okay, don't ask. Jeez, that's rude. Now, another thing we need here that will help me with the next bit is to actually extend this out and over. And I think you do it like that, right? Or do you do it? I think, no, actually, I think it's like that. We'll soon figure it out. Also, I could save a block or two here, you know. Fill those with dirt. No one will ever know. X Green is going to steal your doors, says Falks. What doors are those? I don't think I've placed a single door this season. Maybe I placed one on a shipwreck underwater somewhere. Right, if we do it like that, that looks proper to me. Then it's going to come this way. So the mistake that I made is this all needs to be too high. People are saying snitch in chat. What? I ain't snitching. I ain't no snitch. Jeez, I wouldn't snitch on someone. Man. It's kind of rude. Not you, says Griffer. Oh, not me. Okay. I was going to say, I don't recall doing any snitching. It's not like me. Right, let's kill this sucker, get wrecked, and let's think this through. This all needs to be too high. No, not there. This all needs to go up by one block. That's the bit that I got wrong. And I'm not going to fuss over blocks here. I'm not sure if we can hide more of those or not. Right, so now that I got that bit right, going to refer to my image again. And so, I'm not entirely sure what block it is, but I don't think it matters too much. Somewhere around here, I think it's that one. A tower is born, is what I'll say. A tower is born. Yeah, so this is where it's going to start going up. And then we're going to push them all out to the side again, is essentially the plan. Oh, we're not out just yet. We're not out just yet. We've got noises in the ear from Victor Nisht, Crypt IX, and Hairiest Boy. Thank you ever so much, peeps, for your subscriptions. Appreciate it. Oh, we also got Jed Noughts coming in with a subscription. Thank you ever so much, Jed. Braden Boy says subscribe to Braden Boy on YouTube. I'll guarantee you that's probably not going to get many people looking at your content. Because, you know, did you find me by me spamming in your chat when you were doing your live stream the name of my channel? Probably not. It probably would have annoyed you if someone did that, right? If you want to grow on YouTube, great strategy, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not how you get going. It's not how I got going. It's not how anyone with a decent channel got going. Right, so now we're going to build... Oh, that looks awkward down there, doesn't it? Oh, wait a minute. Had I already done that? Free up on the groove, let's call it. Free up on the groove is how you count. And that's what we've got over here. So now we're going to remove this one. Right, so I guess like we did round the corner, this has now got to become this over to there. And now I got to get the height of the next bit just right. And so it's too big on one side and not enough on the other. Oh yeah, look, we've got all of this. I was just going to let it despawn, wasn't I? Let it go to waste. Terrible. How could oh god, have we got things spawning inside of here? I mean, I can hear growling. I don't like that sound. Bad things are afoot. Okay, that'll do. We collected enough of those, right. So, the height of the white concrete, which I believe was very correctly aligned on one side, might be different on the opposite side. I might have to rethink the design a bit more here. Yeah, look, it was supposed to be at this height here, which is level with that. So if we can go put it in the same place on the other side, then we can have a think about it. So potentially it's going to be level with this. Oh god, this is going to be tricky. I can hear creepers and stuff. Oh, I can hear creepers and stuff. What are you doing in there? Oh, making a mess. Making a poor old mess. Ugh. Oh dear. Now, luckily, that was pretty much all you did. And then a bit up here, apparently. That wasn't the worst. Or was it? Something looks wonky here. Something's not quite right. I think it blew up those blocks as well. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, we're back on track. And I'm trying to figure out how am I going to get this bit right. Okay, it's definitely this height here. And the way we did it on the other side, if I remember correctly, got to do this all symmetrically. It was 3. Then we had 2. 1. And then 2. And then 7, wasn't it? I think that might be overdoing it, but whatever. Come on, there we go. Oh, this is tricky stuff. And I'm falling in holes again. But the jungle terrain can be kind of annoying sometimes. Just saying. It can be a little bit on the annoying side, this stuff. X, how do you grow on YouTube, says Cubix. You gotta go make good content, you gotta get it in front of people. Rad Tad, welcome to the stream, dude. Glad to have you with us. I really need like a camera account to switch to now, just to double check and getting these numbers right. I could do with some scaffolding. Oh my goodness me! That's where you came from. That is where you came from. Well, I'm gonna get some torches and light this up. This clearly is unacceptable, you know. Some food, and then we need some coal and some torches. Yeah, more than that. And we got, yeah, more than that as well, actually. More sticks than that would be nice. Here we go, we'll make some of this. Right, coal, and then torches. Very good. Actually, let's cook up some of this stuff. Bam. Okay, and then let's get in here and see what's going on. I kind of need some scaffolding, right? I need scaffolding anyway. With the way this build's going. I need more of that terracotta as well. Let's turn some more stuff into blue dye. And see if we've got more of that cactus dye over here. Probably going to need to smelt more of that up as well, jeez. Let's chuck some of that over here. And make a bunch of this. Very good. Very good in the hood. I have to go back to the mesa before long. Cool, definitely going to need some more bone blocks at this point as well. That's actually the next thing I need, and I've only got a tiny bit of it. Oh, there's some bones. Wasn't I supposed to light something up? Wasn't I supposed to get some scaffolding? It's so distracting, this game. All these things constantly distracting me. And noises in me ear, by the way. It's your boy Keith is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Girly Gerber and AK Wowens have subscribed. BG Monster X1 fan is gifting a sub to BG Cuff T269. Thank you ever so much for gifting that sub, BG. And also AJBB 120079 is here subscribing. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate your support. Peeps are saying, Shishwami, look up! Look up! Oh my goodness me! What could it be? What on earth could it be? Where have I got all this iron from recently? I don't know. Must be a mystery. Where on earth could have I got a bunch of iron from, eh? We'll never know. We'll never solve that mystery, peeps, you know? I just have loads of iron for some reason. Yeah, let's go and put them down like that. That appears to be where they might have spawned. You know, those creepers, those pesky creepers. Free Dog is here resubscribing, saying, Eek, it's the start of something. It's the start of something, apparently. Okay, I needed to count, that was it. Wanted to count what was going on over here. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Yep, 7, 2, 1, 2, and then 3. That is the curve we've gone for. Now people in chat are saying pesky bird. Say what? You calling me a pesky bird? Oh, have I done something wrong here? I think I have as well. I have done something very, very wrong. Oh, glad I noticed that. It'd be a bit of a pain to fix, but oh dear, we need some scaffolding, let's face it, okay? You can't put scaffolding on leaves though, which is kind of annoying. Well, if everyone's going to say pesky birds, then I don't know what we're going to talk about, right? Okay, let's remove these blocks. So 3, 2, 1. Then we got the 2. Then we got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 1. And then we got our 2, and then we got our 3, and then we have this stuff again. Hey X, do you invest in stocks as the market player? I think you do with that name, jeez. I do not, and have not ever, but I've always wanted to. I got a little bit of money I could, you know, put into an investment, like into stocks. And, you know, with the stocks plummeting and all of that stuff recently, I was kind of thinking it's kind of weird because, you know, like, all the stocks are going down and the economy's crashing and all this, like, as they talk about it in that way. And I'm thinking, now makes the most sense for me to die because it's quite likely going to rebound. And so then I was thinking, well, we know it's going to rebound. Like, why is it dipping? It doesn't make sense. And Iskau actually explained it to me that the reason that you see things crash like this is because a lot of finance and money that people have revolves around like loans and investments, and so when crises like this happen, people get put out of work. It means that naturally they have to sell their stocks to do things like pay for mortgages. So when your income is cut, then you have to turn to your investments and sell them to make money, to make ends meet, right? So that's why you have this this big downward surge, because people are selling because they need the money to pay their mortgages because they ain't working because they're sick. Which you know, that kind of made a lot of sense when he explained it like that. you don't get taught that stuff in school, do you? They don't teach you anything about how the stock market works. Like, not. I think if I were in school and they tried to tell me, I wouldn't care at that time. I imagine many of you listening probably don't care either, but it's... Yeah, now I'm kind of curious about it. Redon says, "Oh yeah, that's a great explanation. Yeah, credit to Isco on that one. Like that, it made total sense. I mean, he might not be 100% accurate. I don't know, but it certainly was very feasible an explanation. So yeah, if I've got some money I want to like put into stocks, which is something I always thought of doing, now would be the time in a weird way. Be a bit cruel, but you know, buy low, sell high is what they say, right?" The other thing I also wanted to think about is like, what do you want to invest in, right? Like, I was trying to figure out, and I didn't really get an answer from anyone I spoke to, but like, I would like to invest in solar or like, you know, you'd want to put your investment where you think it can make a difference. So it's like, do I want to give it to a big oil company? No. Like, what if I can give it to companies that are doing, I don't know, environmental related things, right? But would that money even really have much of an impact? Because it's, I don't know, like, I don't really get how buying stocks and shares and all that sort of stuff impacts a company, so maybe it wouldn't, I don't know. But that was another thought, was just, you know, putting it into particular places so it can have an impact on the world in some way, right? Like, the most negligible and minute impact ever, but you get my point, right? You want to put it in things you believe in. Don't invest outside of your country. There is a tax on currency. My mum had stock in a Japanese company, I forget which, and she had to pay for the dividend. Yeah, but you get the money from the thing, right? So if it outweighs it, then it could be worthwhile. How did you start investing, says Kate? I don't know. That's what I'm going to have to learn, you know? Have to learn how. And where the building sort of meets the canopy here is I call it a canopy. It's kind of not, but yeah, interesting in these parts. Wait, what are we doing next? We're doing 2, so from there. Man, this sounds so good. I forgot how amazing these songs are. They're incredibly Minecrafty, even if not from the Minecraft soundtrack. I hope they do a 3rd Minecraft soundtrack. My goodness me, would I love that. Do you think the government has a cure to cancer, says Kopi? Oh, you know what? I've read all sorts of things on cures for cancer at a time when I would have thought more conspiratorially. I don't like conspiracies. Often the factor is like, how many people would have to be in on this, right? Some secrets are too big to be kept. I don't think. I understand the reasoning of, like, I wouldn't say governments. It would make more sense if you wanted to say companies. Like, they found the cure for cancer, but wait a minute, if we put it out there, then our cancer treatment, you know, is going to decline. But I understand that kind of, let's call it evil, because a lot of people would probably want to call it evil, can kind of stem from greed and capitalism. But there's also people in business, right? There's also people who have feet on the ground. Like, what researchers are trying to cure cancer, find it, and then let the company that have the cure go, nah, we're going to keep it and make profit out of treatment, right? Like, I'm like, where's the whistleblower? There's surely someone's going to blow the whistle on that. If you're spending your time and energy trying to cure cancer, you're probably very motivated to do so. And I can't picture it. Like, where's the humanity there, right? They get put in jail, says Octa Lynn's Garden. Well, surely it would be a major story if some scientist goes, they've got the cure for cancer, but I've been locked up. Like, it just, I don't know, like, it's too big a conspiracy. Too many people need to be on it, and too much humanity that these people don't have, right? It just doesn't, it don't add up, that idea. The cure for cancer is a good honest life, says Hairiest Boy. No. Cancer don't know if you're living an honest life or not, right? It's cancer. Unless you meant something else by that, and not really, I'd say. Get shears. Yeah, I got some, alright? Alright? I got some shears, okay? Oh, I think I might have made a big mistake somewhere here. Yeah, I made a big mistake again. I'm thinking with the numbers of what we built above, they're not the same. So, somewhere along here it went horribly wrong. Jeez. Let's sleep in a bed before we have a creeper on my face, right? Gash says, guys, don't talk about coronavirus. Appreciate the build he's doing. I appreciate that you want people to appreciate the build. I don't mind talking about the virus. We've talked about it a lot already. It's going to be part of conversation everyone's going to be having. Alright? If you missed my bit earlier where I talked about it, I believe we've got Adam in chat. He might be editing it for the second channel. I think my main takeaway from what I said earlier is the best thing to do is to probably take the advice of your government and work as a country. Another thing I'm a bit worried about is people trying to make it political. You know, like I don't like Boris Johnson very much or his politics, but in this situation he's the man making the decisions, and you need someone to make the decisions, right? It's important to have a leader and important to stick with them in times like this, I think. What if Bojo is your government and your health secretary got coronavirus? I don't know what the point of that is. There's already the Brazilian Prime Minister has the coronavirus. So does the Canadian Prime Minister's wife. Like Tom Hanks has it, and his wife as well. Like it'll get to leaders. Like no one's immune from it. It doesn't go, oh, sorry, you're an official, I'm not going to infect you or whatever, does it? Right, this is where it's different. Right here. It's the way I should have been building this thing up. Oh, actually, that one... Oh, there might be in that spot. I don't know. We'll soon see. Up we go. Oh! Okay, that was some weird noises I just made. I hope you enjoyed those weird noises, because they were embarrassing, you know? Embarrassing noises. Oh, X. It's just a creeper. Didn't need to make sounds like that. Mikel Arteta has it. Gonna miss football, but for the best. Yep, you know, shutting down the football is for the best, of course. If it drags out, I was thinking, right, if it drags out, like, how are they going to handle the end of the season, or what happens next season? Do they stagger out the rest of it? Like, what if some teams, like, let's say they're in a situation where they have to go, right, we're gonna say this season is over, right, and we're gonna start a new one, even though it never finished. Do they let teams stay in the same league and just act as if promotions and titles didn't count that season? Like, if they end up in a situation like that, I mean, some clubs are just going to be so gutted, and others are going to be relieved. Like, it'd be very strange, whatever they choose to do. They're probably not going to be able to please everyone, are they? That cave is probably full of bad things right now. We got a noise in the ear from... Oh, where are we going here? Oh, I'm trapped in a hole. Trapped in a hole, feeling so small. We got Dravtivs here with a nation saying crazy to go back and see your season 1 vids where you sounded like a zombie. Hello YouTube. It makes me laugh just saying it, because I know it gives people a kick, but it does just sound just to sound funny now. Hello YouTube. Exandra, it's not Head Like a Hole, it's Down in a Hole by Alice in Chains, but Head Like a Hole by 9 Inch Nails is an also equally good song. And there was a cover of that by someone in a movie or like a TV show that I saw, and it was awful. Like, you've sort of sucked the life out of this song. I can't remember what that was, but they played it on stage and it was just like, ruin that. Ruin that for me. Sumer, I've noticed there is no Alter Bridge on your music blog. Yeah, they're one of those bands that don't appeal to me. They're always at Download Festival every year. I think I even probably checked them out at one point or another, but not my thing. Not much appeal to me there. The Bundesliga has proposed if they're in the league, they're going to let the top 4 go through to the Champions League, and the bottom 3 will not get relegated, and the top 2 teams in the Bundesliga will get promoted next year. And there will be 5 teams relegated. Oh, wow. I don't know how I would handle it. I think in the case of Liverpool, like, you couldn't take the title away from them. No one's expecting anyone to win the league but Liverpool over here, right? But in some other leagues, like Leeds in the Championship, that's still got games to be played. Like, they haven't won it yet, and so it'd be really weird. Like, do you give one club a title but not another? Like, it's gonna be chaos, and whatever they choose, you're gonna have fans basically are gonna say they like it or not based on if it's good for them or not, right? It's basically how it'll go. Liverpool losing the chance to be legitimate winners is the most Liverpool thing to ever happen. Maybe. But the thing, you can't really say that, because it's not like Liverpool got a track record of like losing out at the last minute. They like got the most trophies until United did, I think. I can't remember if United got more, but you know, they're steeped in winning competitions, so I wouldn't say that. Right, this is where we do the last of the bone blocks. Favourite team in the Prem, says Wyvian. Probably just Liverpool. Just really enjoy watching them play, you know. Especially last season, I pretty much watched all of their Champions League and the season before that. And like, the thing with football is, as much as I like it, you know, the best bits can be far and few between sometimes. You got to watch a lot of games to occasionally get the crackers. And the crackers are the real good ones, you know. That's when the game comes to life. A lot of the time, you know, it can be a bit just another game of football. But yeah, so that, like, watching them beat Barcelona and like all these other games, I picked to watch Liverpool in those competitions, and so many good games came of it. It just felt really like worthwhile watching them. Right, now trying to clear out some blocks again because we need more bones. I guess you're going to need to make a creeper farm sometime this season, says Connor Ross. I've already made one, actually. It's going out in tomorrow's episode. And by already made one, I mean I've started making one, right? Creeper farm is for flight for me at the moment. Once I've got that, I've got sugarcane, rockets are sorted, we'll fly everywhere. Simples. I hope. Wow, spoilers? It's not really spoilers. I mean, you don't know what the design is. You don't know how it's going to work. Got that to look forward to. It works in the most simplest way possible, and the design is just stone bricks because it's just a shell, or it's without a shell. You know, it's just like the internal bit. Eventually, it'll have a crazy big build around it like this. So I've spoiled that for you now as well. Why did I say that? Oh, don't watch tomorrow's episode. Don't watch it. Okay, I built. Oh, there's actually a spoiler over in that direction that I haven't shown in this video. I just kind of realised, oh, it's over there, isn't it? Like, it's just in the background, and you may or may not notice it. Oh, now everyone's gonna look at it, and then they're not gonna watch tomorrow's episode. Why am I still talking about this? Oh, peeps, don't watch tomorrow's episode, okay? I've ruined it. There's no entertainment you can extract from it anymore, okay? You'll be watching it and you'll be thinking, X said this on a stream. Unsubscribe. Oh. Let's get back to those noises in the ear, hey? Magister, subscribe to Amazon Prime. Phonix Ash 888 is here for 3 months, saying, is the coronavirus big where you at? It's big everywhere, pretty much, isn't it? I think there's a couple of places that haven't really been hit, like Russia, I think, is doing alright, but like, you know, it's a worldwide problem at the moment. Where I live, there are people that have got it, but, you know, It is a flu. It's, you know, some of us are going to be all right. Some of us not so much. How does this work again? I think I moved this over a block. But you know, it's going to spread everywhere. It's kind of like the thing, right? And that means because it can spread so far, it then becomes unlike the flu in the sense that you know, the death toll can be so much higher. Now, if you see people throwing around numbers and talking about, oh, the flu kills more people in a year and all that, like seasonal flu. Seasonal flu is different, you know, it's locational, it's not something that's spreading everywhere and getting everyone. This is one strain that's going to spread everywhere, and that's why you have to deal with it, because it's not like the flu. So if people downplay it, you know, don't let that make you think, oh, don't have to worry about it then. You know, it's not to be downplayed, it's to be understood. Okay, so when that's crazy big like that, it doesn't have the same effect that I was looking for, but I think we're going to go with it because I want the bone blocks to be a part of these structures, and you know, maybe from somewhere like down here, actually, it's pretty impressive. There's also like a pass through here that I'll actually get rid of all these torches. Don't need them anymore, and we'll have to fill in all this space down here. It's kind of nice just to be down here in the jungle and like, what's this crazy big build? I like it. But now we're going to start to do something a little bit more interesting with this build next. Just a little bit more. Do you know what I might do? Why didn't I think of this earlier? So I've got this design, right? And the terrain over the opposite side kind of disrupts what I want to do with it. But if I just flip the design, it'll work perfectly from over here. Oh, there's my bed. You know, left it over here. Littering. Oh. Fluffy Doom Bunny is here resubscribing. Fluffy Doom Bunny. Oh. Just a fluffy bummy, also of Doom. Jeez, watch out for that. I'm going to leave that tree in here for now. In fact, this whole area can start to get lit up because it's going to be inside the tower, right? Might get rid of some of the leaves from here and use them on the outside. Has a sub ever seen your face, Asuma? Well, I've got friends that are subscribed, so the answer is yes, you know. I assume they're subscribed. Pretty sure they're sub. One or two of them. They must be. Oh. God. The curiosity. Oh, it's eating me inside. What does he look like? Does he have eyeballs in his skull? I must know. It keeps me up at night. Right. Why did I come back here? Yeah, that block. See, now that I've seen it with my eyeballs, it's like, oh, of course. Yeah, that block. That's what I came back here for. Just those blocks, really. I could do more of the yellow stuff, so why not? Why not make some more? Some more. Nope, not like that. I do not want to waste. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm trying to make some. Right, chuck that back in the right spot. But what if his left eye and right eye are reversed as Marla's? What if they're reversed? Oh. That would be strange. We got IQ is better than Ela. Doing cheers for own bits, saying, I watched back Hermitcraft season 1 and you sounded like a zombie. Also, wait, didn't we get this exact same message a minute ago? We did. You've repeated the donation message. Well, thank you for the cheers and bits. I've already answered that one. And IQ is better than Ela. Also, more cheers and bits, saying we should all ditch our currencies and everyone should use bits as currency. I don't think that would be a good idea. I don't know. Surely it would be chaos, you know. Everyone trying to adapt to a new currency all at once. This is definitely a serious global issue and the virus to be taken seriously. That said, it's not like SARS and the other more deadly viruses, so this is an incredible insight into how the world reacts to a global virus and could be a good lesson for future viruses that would be more far fatal. If I understand correctly, coronavirus is actually like SARS. SARS is a coronavirus. I believe maybe Ebola was as well. If I'm butchering all of that, I apologise. But the next bit I'm pretty sure is spot on, right? Like, what happened with SARS could have been like this. But the problem is it became too deadly when it mutated. When a virus becomes more deadly, it kills the people that have it Oh, Ebola isn't a virus, okay. And yes, SARS is a coronavirus. So I got the Ebola one wrong. Okay. So anyway, it mutates. And it becomes too deadly. Now, when a virus is too deadly, it means it kills off the host before it spreads. And that can stop it in its own tracks because it stops spreading because it's killed off the people that have got it, right? Obviously, that is terrible that it's killing people, but it's one of the reasons that SARS kind of stopped in its tracks. And the mistake might have been to not have continued to seek out a vaccine for it after, right? That's something we're going to have to do with the coronavirus, is hopefully get a vaccine. Now, the coronavirus has this middle ground of being relatively easy to spread and not so deadly, but it does kill people off. And the problem with its combination of those factors is it means its potential to spread everywhere is vast, and therefore by spreading in vast numbers, those smaller quantities of people it kills become very large, because, you know, a percentage of something small is small, a percentage of something large is large, right? Or not as small, I don't know. You get the point, right? But also, you know, you can listen to lots of you can listen to these professionals saying a lot about this stuff. There's also some that are saying, like, when it comes to statistics and numbers and deaths and how many people is it killing, there's a lot we might not actually know yet. They don't know if China is suppressing some of its statistics that come out. They don't know, like, apparently it can pass through people from one person to the next, and if they don't realise they've had it because it hasn't really affected them, you know, they don't know how to trace that. There's a variety of factors that make understanding what's going on particularly tricky, it seems. So yeah, anyway, where were we? Maximum Axiom has subscribed with Amazon Prime. So has PHLorp227, RoxyBoxy13, Schlim perhaps, Gorh, and Custom Gamer 10, and also Roxy Boxy. Here are those cheers and bits saying, first time on here, my favourite hermit. Ah, well, thank you ever so much. I appreciate that. I just pictured someone cuddling a little plushie in my head when he said that. Oh, good stuff. By the way, we've got 4,100 people here tuning in to watch today. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it ever so much. And I hope you enjoy the stream. Be sure to hit that follow button. That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. Do you sell plushies? I do not. I do not sell plushies. I don't really want to sell merchandise. You know, I have some, but I don't ever push it. It's not something I really like myself. I never really wanted to buy any YouTubers merch, and I don't really have like much of a vision. You know, like I'm some sort of person who's into clothes and wants to put a brand out there or anything. So it just seems like not very me to do it. So although I've done it in the past because it was kind of the thing, I've left that stuff there. If someone really wants it, it's like not difficult to find, but I'm not going to shove it down people's throats or anything. I also don't make money off of it as well. I just figured that I'd rather, for people, if they do want it, they, you know, get it commission free. And basically that means that I and the person that did the art don't make money from it. Just the company that sells the tellies. Tellies? Reading chat. Ugh. Got Tango on the TV, Impulse on the iPad, and you on my phone. Someone is multitasking. You do know that there are stream share websites, right? Where you can put all the streams into one place. That is a thing that exists. Right, we need to start manipulating this shape. And I don't really have a guideline for when to start manipulating it, funny enough. I think we just do it on our own whim. So, with that in mind, I need to get to a point. So somewhere around here, I think. Let's say we go with this height here, I think. Let's bring it all up to where I am now, and then we'll work from there with the next part of the design. The virus isn't that bad. There is only a 2% chance of it killing you, and then most of the people with other sicknesses. Alright, saying it ain't that bad, there's only a 2% chance. Alright, so you could be thinking a little too individualistically about it. There's a lot of people on this planet, and 2% of a lot of people could be very, very tragic for us, right? You have to understand the numbers better, I guess. You have to understand what they mean, how they're implemented. You know, if it had like a 2% chance, but like it wasn't going to spread everywhere, then it maybe wouldn't be as alarming. But it's going to spread everywhere, and it's 2% might not even be accurate. More originally, when I first heard about it, 2% was a number that got thrown around a lot, 2 to 1%. But since it's really come out of China in the last month and headed into Europe, then all of a sudden it seems like 5 to 6%. You know. Moddy Me says Boomer Remover. I mean, if you want to make a joke, bit dark, bit morbid, but you know, in all seriousness, it's a bit sad to say that. Yeah, I think humour should be protected, really. Like, whatever you want to joke about, even if it's dark, but sometimes, I don't know, just don't seem that funny. Right, I'm going to refer to my picture again. And how do I go about executing the next part of this? We're going to, let's see, go 2 blocks at a time tends to be the thing. It's going to look a bit funky, actually. So those will go there. Oh, actually, if I just build this up here, then I think what we can do is sort of take a step back and really figure it out. Also, right, I wish I had something temporary on me that wouldn't be a pain in the bum to remove later, like leaves. Oh, if only there was somewhere I could get some leaves from. Oh man, jeez, I mean, where would I go to find such a thing? That'll do. That'll do. Right, what does chat want to talk about now? I think we've had enough Corona talk for today, perhaps. Also, quickly, the noises in my ear. Marty J. Oh, I always butcher your name, don't I? MH for 3 months. Thank you ever so much, dude. Walter XR, Henkel Max, subscribing for 26 months. Cow910 is here for 2. Mac89 is here for 15. Pi for Leif and Skullus have subscribed. Thank you ever so much, peeps. I appreciate your subscriptions. Kung Flu. Oh dear God. Okay, that's funny. Oh, Kung Flu. Oh my words. that's terrible. That's both terrible and hilarious. Oh, definitely racy. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, that's something I said the other day. Before we move on to another topic, don't make this about race. Don't make this about pointing fingers and blaming. Like, that's really not the way to go about things. Doesn't help the situation. Well, obviously, in the future, we have to hope that our governments and our World Health Organizations like work together to prevent these things again. But like pointing the finger and make it about country and race just ain't cool, you know. What do you think about Soul Speed? Says Unbreakable Craft. I think it should get nerfed the way it can be used with other enchantments. I don't feel like it really provides anything too necessary. Maybe if they let some of the speed combination things work, then people might use it as a overworld transport to get around, but they'd have to balance that quite carefully with other options so that it fits in well. Otherwise, I'd say it's probably a little bit on the underwhelming side. I mean, unless I want to do something in the Nether and go through Soul Sand Valleys constantly, why would I want a pair of boots with that enchantment on, you know? If it's compatible with other ones, might as well throw it in there, but it just seems like there's not a point in the game where you're kind of like needing to be on soul sand a lot, so it kind of makes it a bit mute in that sense. But then there's probably other enchantments in the game that aren't all that useful, you know? So, and they you know, if they're not that useful, they're in the game, they're fine. What's the big deal? But or make Nether Speed an automatic feature in the netherite items and only activate in the nether. Don't know about that. I think netherite, the new netherite tools, I think they were pretty well done. You know, if you want to work a little extra harder, you can get something slightly better than diamond, but not by much. The durability's the best thing, I think. How'd you take your TX? Says Hate the Hippos. In the mouth. Don't put it anywhere else, please. Sorry. This is what I'm like, okay? It's just what I'm like. If you can fly in survival mode, it basically means you are an unkillable god. Well, depends. Flying doesn't mean you're unkillable, it just means you're flying, right? I can fly with my wings on here. Okay, so anyway, this is the thing that I wanted to add to the build. I'm going to refer to my picture again, peeps, you know. Watch out. You ain't on my screen anymore. Oh. Yeah, so then this comes across like that by 2. Lines up with that. Then the next one comes across by 2. And that's the building pattern now, right? I think. No, that would go there. And then like that. Right, and very soon we're going to fly over that tree and look at this and go, oh, look at the build. Oh, jeez, I almost fell off. Oh, jeez, Louise. Oh, oh dear. Okay, right, I don't need the picture on my screen anymore. Do you like Piglin or Noex, says Cal. Zombified Piglin, I kind of wish they'd keep the zombie pigmen in. It just feels a bit weird to remove it from the game, like it's classic. So, but otherwise, I don't mind them. Now, there's been some sort of talk about how the piglins are like a civilization in the Nether. If they're going to expand on their interactivity a little bit more, I think they could become really impressive. Otherwise, they're going to feel like typical Minecraft mobs, where it's just sort of some new thing in the game that don't really do too much, you know. Oh, I just had to emergency mute while flying through the sky. Oh, it was awful. Oh. Right. Ugh. Ugh, let's get back to it. We need more white concrete, and I've got lots of it. Peeps, I've got lots of that white. No, I haven't! Oh, I'm running out! Oh, jeez, what else will we do this stream? Well, I've got a list. I've got a list of things we can get done. Do you think that piglins should act like hunter-gatherers with temporary shelters? I think giving them structures would be fun and cool. You know, like... I feel like sometimes maybe they're doing the right thing with the way they develop the game. I always want kind of more out of features that they add, but the simplicity of the game is often the best bit. So they can add stuff that makes the game kind of easier, and it will satisfy people, but no one wants the process of building stuff to be slowed down. So, you know, where do they go with the things that they add? Because it could just be that, you know, I don't know. I don't have the best of ideas myself, I think, for what I would add. Like I always say, like something like Redstone, something like minecarts that just interacts with the game in a different way. But if they did do that, I mean, it might be a bit much. The game's kind of got what it needs half the time, right? It's just about surviving and building. I don't know. Don't know what I'm trying to say. It's late. Leave me alone. Exploration, says Anarchy. Yeah, but like, exploration is often a little bit underwhelming and repetitive once you've done it a few times, right? And if they wanted to make exploration really good, they'd really have to make the game feel kind of different, I think, because if they stuck to the same sort of principles that they have at the moment, if you add more biomes, right, you can't make the biomes like a new biome, like a magical place full of crazy content and adventures to be had, because then it's like it dwarfs all the other biomes already in the game. So you're gonna have to follow the similar principle of like what's going to be in that biome. So the best you could hope for would be like a new type of tree or wood, and maybe a native a creature, but like nothing really groundbreaking, right? I don't think. A new dimension could give them an opportunity to do some really interesting things. That is definitely true. That is one of the things everyone's always wanted, is a new dimension in Minecraft, right? And it does feel like a part of the game where, like, why not more? You know, you got the ends, you got the nether and the overworld. Like, there's room for more here, isn't there? The fact that you can go from the overworld to some other crazy dimension doesn't feel like there needs to be a limit on that. So that's my take on it. Oh, whoopsie. And this thing, by the way, is getting pretty big. That's right. Suik says, I feel like adding too much to the game will kind of ruin it. Yep, that's also a potential problem, right? Having played it for so long, though, I just like anything new coming along. It's fine for me, but I can get that. Okay, we'll do a little bit more of this, and then we'll take a step back and look at it. I might actually build up. Yeah, I'll use my white concrete on the other side as well. But as you can see, this is kind of mega, basically. And the idea is to build many of these. If you think about it, though, if we look at how much we've done in a couple of hours, right? If I weren't streaming, I'd probably have built all of this side over here because I'd be more focused. So I'd say, you know, maybe like 8 hours of playing straight, and you could get one of these done. You'd have to do some prepping and stuff first, but there's going to be a lot of that time over the coming season. I think we're going to be able to build a lot of these towers all over the place, like these mega structures. This is just the first one, and as we build more of them, the place is going to look more grand and crazy, but also we're going to build infrastructure to make building these a little easier as well. Like, you know, we've got the beacons in for instant mining now. I want to put in a blast chamber so that making the concrete is a little less taxing and AFKable and whatnot. Wasn't I using the leaves for this a second ago, and now I'm just like, no, screw the leaves. Right, and let's go plop our... Oh, spoilers! Oh, I just spoiled it in the distance. Maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't. Oh man, this is crazy looking structure right here. It's going to take a fair bit of work, I think. But that's a start. Let's get some more terracotta. I feel like it needs the contrast of the big block of terracotta. This bit's kind of like not finished yet really though in my mind, so I'm not going to build much more than that. Just this little corner bit here, because I might want to do something with the main bit in the middle. Building shape looks cool, says Bebs. I'm glad you think so. What I was going to do was have this. Oh man, do you know what? It probably starts way too high up. Why did I not start that lower down? I was about to say, what I'm thinking is that it continues. There's going to be like a cyan section coming through the middle, and then it continues on the other side. But I'm second guessing the build now. That's something I've got to get out of my head. Actually, I think I know that you can just tweak and change and move and adjust and forever be tinkering with builds. And what I've got here has actually gone through several iterations already, so I kind of know how easy it is to perhaps like over obsess certain details or whatnot. Right, I think I'm gonna cap it there, spin my butt around, have a look. Yeah, it looks nice with that alongside it for sure. Got to look at it from several different angles though. is the usual way to look at a build, right? Yeah, from here it looks pretty glorious, actually. From here it don't look so bad. I think what's weird is the way it flattens out. It kind of feels like that curve should have been more embraced, but I don't mind. You learn from each build that you do, right? This might end up being like the retro one, as we learn to build in this style a little bit more. But anyway, it's got a long way to go. I've got more designing to do, that's for sure. And I think we'll say we're done with building this for today, just because now more design decisions are coming in, and I've got to think it all through and stuff, right? But it's looking good up in here, yo. Right, let's go and put our items away. Check your pick, says Brock. What's wrong with my pick? How do I check it? What? We got noises in the ear. We got... Where do we get to? Ken Kalai has subscribed. Queen, Kazara, and Joist has subscribed to Amazon Prime. Appreciate it. You're going to add glass? A glass tapestry? Or a bee or something like that? Seed pup. I feel like a bee face would kind of be obvious, but it might be just exactly what we do. I'm going to think it through. I'm going to let what we've done settle and then come back to it, you know, and figure it out. I'm going to leave that in there just because that goes in my backpack and I might need it. Over here, we'll drop off these building supplies. And then into here go these sorts of things. Maybe the shears in that one. Wood over here. Apparently got some phantom membrane lying around. Jeez. Running low on rockets again. No surprise there. We got noises in the ear from Wiggly Fox, Scrutin1Z, and CEC Moops. Thank you ever so much, peeps, for those subscriptions. Appreciate it. I was hoping for a massive beehive, but this might be cooler. Yeah, I messed around with beehive designs, and I couldn't really get anywhere I liked. But I wasn't trying to build on the scale we are over there. Anyway, like, most of my builds are going to be like this block palette, but with different shapes. Towers and all sorts of things. And there's going to be more that comes along with this, you know. Oh, there's so much to do, but can't do it all in one day. Let me have a look at my list, because there's just going to be loads to do all the time, and I write down the things we want to do so I don't forget. Okay, yeah, we're doing that then. Could start work on that. Don't feel like doing that one. So many things to do. I think, yeah, I think I know what we're gonna go do next. It's probably the most interesting of all on my list. It's actually a really good choice now that I think about it, because it will allow me to repair some of my gear, which I need to do, and get more bones, which I also need to do. So it's a good combo of things we're doing here. Alright, yeah. I'm going to grab some of this and some bones. And we're also going to grab this. Oh, I could use bones down there, but actually I'm going to stick with the image I got in my head. Yeah, we won't use the bones. Alright, down we go. Down we go. Gore is here gifting a sub to Jero Mesia. Gore, thank you, gifting the sub. Appreciate it ever so much. Jero, you've been gifted a sub. Also, Basel Tov is here with Prime subscription, and Cold Dawn has subscribed. Thank you ever so much, peeps. Appreciating your subscriptions. Beautiful. Thank you for your support. Wait, did you grab the bones? Says Argorn. No need. There's loads down here. Or there was. Just not in that chest. Or this one, apparently. Jeez. Jeez, where are they all? Where have they all gone? They're over here. Oh, but apparently they're not there. Don't make me look stupid now. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's going to look so silly for a moment then. Okay, with that, we're going to make... Oh, we're going to need some more as well. Have we got enough? Bam. Gonna need some more. Kablamo. Oh, still? Really? Jeez, I thought I'd done it just right. Okay, now we've done it good. Yeah, so we've got tons of that stuff. Do you know what we're down here to do? Have a guess. Have a wild, wild guess. In the wild, wild west. There's a song that's terrible. In the wild, wild west. Come on into the wild, wild west. Do you know what I think is an amazing song? Getting Jiggy With It by Will Smith. I love that song whenever that comes on. That was like, when I was a kid and I didn't have money or access to music, there was this one Will Smith song that like didn't get played as much, but whenever it came on I was like, oh, this one, what is it? And it was the Getting Jiggy With It song. Did Tango die? Oh, Tango! R.I.P. X, what's your favourite band or artist? Dimmu Borgir from Norway. Jeez, from Will Smith to Dimmu Borgir. How did that happen? I love Dimmu Borgir. I think I will listen to them tomorrow as my workout music. Okay, how do I want to go about this next bit? Like, you know, I think I'm gonna have to torch it up. I kind of want these here, you know. They're repairing my gear. I kind of want them to feed me bones and XP. It's that thing. Oh, I'm actually about to tear through that, aren't I? Maybe I should not use Silk Touch. The problem is that I know what I'm like, and if I don't leave it on my hotbar, I'm going to end up accidentally ruining my ender chest. So what we'll do is we'll put this down over here, grab B miner and put it in a bizarre slot over here, and then it's like, oh yeah, I've got to use that one. I'll come over here. Torches, get your torches together, peeps. Come on now. Come on now. Oh yeah, I can't reach it from there. Well, that was effective. It's right next to the other torch. I'm sure that made a big difference. Don't be shooting me. Ow, you sneaky sniper. You sneaky sniper. Right. Putting in more torches. Alright, I want this all lit up and safe in here. No accidents. We want no accidents. That Awkward Llama has subscribed. Thank you, that Awkward Llama. Also, Sana of Skyver is here gifting a sub to Game and Met and Bananan. Thank you so much for the support, peeps. Thank you for tuning in. Sana, thank you for gifting the sub. Appreciate it. Appreciate it ever so much. So I'd like this to be very pristine and clean and surrounded by glass. And the pristine, clean material of choice would be the old white concrete. Ye old white concrete, you say? Now, could I get a beacon set up in this area? With the amount of iron that I have, probably. Would it really be worth it? I'm not sure that it would. I'm just not sure, peeps. Now, I don't have to convert this in here, which is kind of nice, right? It's kind of nice. Also, this soundtrack is great. We need to listen to C418 more often. I say soundtrack, it's not the Minecraft soundtrack, is it? Dude, I want that one back. I want that I broke. Rename your helmet to the Hive Mind, says T-Fammy Watching. T-Fammy Watching, look, you can't just come in here barking orders at me, right? Oh, do this, do that, Asuma. Do this, do that, yeah? Okay? Look, I don't care if it's the best name ever for the helmet. It doesn't mean I'm just going to come over here and not think for myself and just rename it to the Hive Mind. Jeez. Oh, I did it wrong. I'll give myself a dirt for that. Oh, that's a beautiful name. The Hive Mind. Oh, I saw that and I was like, yeah, gotta do that then. Gotta do that. Can't argue with that one. Alright. Peeps, let it be a lesson. If you've got a genius name, that's the time. That's the time to tell me what to do. Okay? Don't be like, Asuma, call Korean, call Mumbo. Oh, don't be like that. Be like, Asuma, rename it to this. It's genius. And then I'll do it. Okay, just have genius ideas. God, it's simple. Alright, it's simple. Cool Scar, says PG Monster X15. Cool Scar, he's a wizard. Oh, he's a wizard, Harry. Jeez. He's a wizard, you're a wizard. Oh, I forget what he said. I forget what he said in that movie. By that person who wrote those books. About that boy with that scar and that stick. Jeez, all these facts and details I've got to remember. What do you think I am? A sort of memorising machine. Okay. Oh, I'm placing the one concrete. No, I want to put the powder in. Oh, that's probably a derp too, isn't it? 2, 1. There we go, that's good. Nice and pristine and clean in here, isn't it? Name your boots polarizer. Now, I don't get that one, so I'll let that be. But yeah, I'm down for suggestions. That wasn't a genius suggestion, or maybe I'm not genius enough to understand. Maybe I'm not even genius. Maybe you're the genius, and I don't know what's going on. That's very likely. Let's try and fix this water stream. I think this might be unfixable once it's broken. No, it's fixable. Cool. Look, dude. What are you going to do about it? Bam! Right in your nuts. There you go. There you go. Taken care of. Right, what's next? I think... just going to do this. Nothing else to do, is there? Pollinizer refers to bees carrying pollen on their legs and feet. Ah, okay, got ya. I didn't read it as pollen, did I? Honey plate, someone said. See, now everyone's trying to... Now, Bumble Boots is pretty good. Oh, McAdoo. Oh, McAdoo, Bumble Boots. Oh. Oh, don't be thinking you can just make suggestions and I'm going to go and rename them. Oh, you lot. You lot. Trying to come up with good names for my boots. What are you like? That is a great name. Bumble Boots. I like it. Honey plate. That almost works. Beesies. I'm wearing those fresh beesies. George, that's a good one. Oh, check out my fresh beesies. Oh, dear Lord. That's equally good right there. Ah, now here's where I can't really use these. Because then I have to drop water in and then I end up messing everything up, right? Messing up those water streams. Don't want to be doing that. Don't want to be causing trouble. Right, there we go. Man, I need some depth strider up in here, you know. Okay, now everyone is coming up with name suggestions now. I think we had our moment. We got 2 good ones, you know. Let's wait. You don't have to all rush in to rename this thing. We can take our time, you know. We've got all season to rename items. Jeez. McAdoo says, I have been immortalized. Maybe. Who knows how long this world would last for. Sleep, says Tango. Whimper. There you go. Impulse has got him covered. Man, is Tango having a bad time? Learn to spell. I wonder if I can be a skeleton. Oh no, I don't want to be a skeleton. Why would I think such a thing? I guess a couple of blocks here could also get replaced, right? Ugh, not that many. I'm not that generous. Oh, it's very nice and clean in here. Tango and Impulse are end busting. Ah, okay. And he's too rude to reply to me. Oh, Tango. So rude. What you do? It's not like you're live streaming or anything, are you? Jeez. Did the music stop? No, it just went into a quiet bit. B-drill for your pick. That's a good name, but we already got a renaming here. Let's not do the renaming stuff now. We had our moment. It was good. Now every message is like, do this, call it that. That there. Somewhere around here, I do actually want to have glass. Start bringing in glass so you can see what's going on. And you know what? I can kind of like, I can pick any level that I like for the glass to be at. I can make a creative, stylistic idea. I can think about what height is the player at looking into this room, right? So if I go with this height here, I like the idea of being level with the spawner. So then the floor of the room could be like... I didn't notice that. I didn't... Why did I only just notice that? That's not... That's a silk touch. It's my other pick. Be lucky. That's the one I was actually trying to... That's not got mending. I thought that had mending on. I feel very confused all of a sudden. I'm disorientated. Let's face it, I got no idea what's going on. No idea. I don't know what's going on. Right, that should help with the pick a little bit at least. Someone in chat is calling me cheap, saying I didn't pay for the landscaping in the shopping district. Oh, jeez. Well, about that, I mean, I don't know if I should or I shouldn't. I haven't actually asked the other hermits about it. Like, what are the rules? Because my shop's only a small part of that. But isn't the idea to make the entire place look beautiful, right? Now we're going to struggle to make the whole place look beautiful if we constantly have to throw diamonds. So in my mind, it kind of made sense. Assume I've been raided, says a Stellian. Oh, Mr. XB crafted with a party of 100 peeps coming in with the raid. Thank you ever so much, dude. Oh, and I just realised how far behind the noises in the ear I am. Cryptid 9, Aratus 69, Two Thunderfist 4, Jamtart 01. Thank you so much for subscribing. Vile Logan is here saying, why are your legs not the bee's knees? Aren't they the bee's knees? They are the bee's knees. I thought they were. Thank you for the cheers and bits, dude. And Randy Nicole gifting a sub to Aka Plays MC. Thank you ever so much, Randy, for supporting the community and all you do. Welcome all the raiders to the stream. Oh, XB, I had a question for you. I heard this thing, and then I was like, isn't that XB? Does it stand for Xborg? Like, is that what it stands for? That's what I want to know. XB's probably gone. He's like, geez, I raid this Asuma guy. He just waffles on about this and that. Doesn't even notice he's been raided. Name your pants, it stings. Oh, God. Yeah, anyway, I heard that XB stands for Xborg, and then it made me think of XB Crafted, and I was like, I wonder if that's what it stands for XB as well. Let's look at this corner bit, since this area is kind of open a bit more, right? We can do that. It's the same level, and then I think what I want to go with is having a frame like that goes up, and then having a glass window. Right, I don't see XB in chat, so I'm going to guess he's probably gone. He's probably had enough of me. Yeah, I think that's probably going to work with what I've got in mind for the long run here. Let's also get some torches back down. So then over here it would be like that. Got to think about that tripwire hook a bit as well and how we're going to hide that stuff. This side will be a bit more telling because we have to have some sort of redstone directly behind it. Maybe I'll rotate that and put it at the back and we'll never see that part of the room or something. That could probably work. Actually, if I did that, then the top where the trapdoor would be all wonky. Or maybe we just have it so it's like this. Oh yeah, actually no, look at where I'm standing, like. That's good. But this will probably end up being carpet down here, so we can have like a bit of a dark room effect. So I'm going to need to get my hands on some stuff. What's it called? Wool. Some white wool. X. The XB stands for X-Bizzle. Oh really? Okay. I put on the Next Generation the other day. I was sick of just watching random YouTube videos that were half amusing, and for some reason I just wanted to watch something about the Borg. And so I went and watched the episodes of Star Trek where Captain Picard gets captured by the Borg. It's so good. I love that show. I love the tone and temperament of it, and the dialogue. It's got this lovely steady pace about it. And the Borg are such a like fascinating enemy. Doesn't XB stand for Asuma B like the second one? Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, there's a show I think everyone should give a try. It's The Next Generation. Just brilliant once you get into it. Admittedly, it's probably a bit dated as well. Like most things do at some point tend to age, but I love it. Have you seen the Jean-Luc Picard song on YouTube, Asuma? Leah, you just reminded me that the new Picard episode came out today. That's what I was going to... After the stream today, I thought I need a bit of relaxed time. I'm going to go... I was thinking of watching The Witcher. I didn't really... Oh, actually, I remember something else I was going to watch. But anyway, distracting myself. I really want to like watch more educational stuff, but I just had the itch to just like turn off my brain, you know? So I was thinking about watching The Witcher. Not that I'm really a fan of the game or that series. But yeah, now I remember. New Picard episode today, so I'll watch that. The last one was probably my favourite actually so far. They brought in some old characters and it kind of helped, you know, made the episode much more enjoyable. But I still think the show is not that good overall. It's really... yeah, not much to rave about. Okay, over with this one, we're going to try what white dye will do to the glass. We're going to try what white dye will do to the glass. That's just such a great, beautiful sentence. You know, I could just say we're going to build it with white glass, right? I think that's probably better, isn't it? We can certainly leave it there and let it linger. One thing we're going to do is put this killing thing here better rotated, so it's going to be more sort of around there. Yeah, then we've got to... Now, the redstone's going to be fine to deal with. We're just going to change the block over there. I think we're pretty much on the right track over here for what we're doing. And we're not putting a window at the back. I prefer white glass, says Ham on Pizza. It looks cleaner, but it doesn't provide any contrast. From this side, it actually looks a lot better. You know, maybe putting in black glass would provide contrast to make the room feel darker. We'll try a couple of experiments, but yeah, white glass will certainly work. You can say that, can't we? You know, just kind of becoming more and more aware that I keep getting rid of torches as I go along here. And yet no... Oh, jeez, right as I speak of the devil. You're the devil, you are. Get out of my farm. Actually, no, get in it. Get in the farm. Get in the bit where you get harvested. Right. 2 blocks left. Oh, and I put one in the wrong spot. We got a noise in the ear. It's Samuel Noble for 3 months saying, loving season 7 so far. Keep up the awesome videos and streams. Thank you so much, dude. There'll be probably more frequent streams from me soon. Getting into a bit of a groove with making episodes, and we're going to have more things to do on stream now as the base starts to get bigger and bigger, right? Wow, it's looking cool in there. We also got Marine Tuck for 6 months saying I'm back. Welcome back, dude. Thank you ever so much for 6 months. Appreciate that support. Appreciate it ever so much. JS Plays, welcome to Twitch, where I do live streams. A little bit different from the videos, right? Are you going to slab the area behind the glass so you can remove the light? I think I'm going to put carpet down over here, is my idea. Which means we probably don't need this. Let's come back, actually. We're going to just probably carpet over all of this stuff. And then I want to have like a nice, clean, U-shaped room. There'll be a nether portal somewhere. Enchanting will be in the area. Actually, maybe we'll drop the skeletons onto the enchantment table. That could be a... No, actually, no, that would make this kind of set up a little bit awkward. Or maybe not. Maybe there's a way to make it all work. Now I'm thinking, because, you know, like, the skeletons spill loads of items over the sides, right? And then you pick it up with this. But you could also put hoppers on the ground around it. Like, sometimes you end up thinking a little bit too narrowly with how you lay things out. I think I'm also going to make this go higher so we can have bigger storage underneath. There's quite a few ideas to be implemented in this project, that is for sure. Don't I have a few more of those bricks now, those blocks even? Oh, that's got to be a slab. That's kind of important. That's part of the design. Yeah, this place is looking good. I think we chose the right block. Which series of Star Trek would you recommend to a first-time viewer, says Seb Keys? Definitely The Next Generation, but I'd actually recommend maybe picking out like a best episodes list and watching a couple and seeing if you get into it, because the way that show opens, I really do think the first couple of episodes of that are rather poor. I say maybe not poor, I'm trying to be nice, but probably my least favourite episodes of all of them. The way they start the show is a bit odd, sort of. I don't know. Those of you that have watched it have seen it are probably thinking, I know what you mean. Like the whole queue thing and the way they open it up with the core, it's just a little bit all over the place and kind of throwing you into a strange spot as a viewer. At least that's how I kind of felt about it. Right. I wandered down here to place a couple of torches because I knew it would be dark in this spot. Then I found some gravel. We need that to make more concrete, don't we? We've got noises in the air from Glitchosaurus, Jareth Core, Mr. Jacob Phillips, and Mr. Jotace even. Thank you so much for your subscriptions, peeps. Star Wars or Star Trek, says Fool's Dukes. Someone a moment ago asked me Megadeth or Metallica. Like, you can say I prefer this one or prefer that one, but you know what, ain't it great we got both? I like Metallica, I like Megadeth, I like Star Wars, I like Star Trek. It's good to have all this stuff. Stargate, says Overnightic. Now you're pushing it. Don't put 3 things in the mix. That's just cheeky right there. Pressing all the wrong buttons on my keyboard for some reason. Don't know why. Dudek0807 and I'm Not Chris have both subscribed. Thank you to the both of you. I appreciate it ever so much. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. It has been absolutely fantastic. Thank you all 4,100 of you for tuning in. We're going to do a raid right now because it's the end of the stream. We're going to go raid our buddy Impulse. Impulse and Tango, I'm pretty sure, are streaming together. I'm going to raid Impulse because Tango has more viewers. You can tell Tango that. Or Impulse. Tell whatever you want. You make a lie. You know? Tell him I flipped a coin. Tell him I flipped a coin. Anyway, hit that raid button in chat, peeps. This is the end of the stream. I'll see you tomorrow for the Hermitcraft live stream weekend. That's right, a whole weekend of streaming is coming your way. Be sure to hit the follow button before you head out of here. And enjoy the raid. See you, everyone. Bye-bye.